Hello! It is Thursday the 25th and my bed is not made. My room is still a mess. There's a dog who's very itchy. It is actually like noonish. It's maybe like 12:30 or so, and we have already had quite the morning. But first, let's recap what happened last night. So last night was crazy busy. It was just nuts. Like, I am amazed and just baffled at how busy our week has been this week. So last night was my first youth group activity with my new volunteer job in my church community, and I was really nervous about it because I did not know how I was going to relate to the teenage girls, and I was really not looking forward to it. I was kind of getting anxious about it and just really not excited about it, but it actually ended up being a lot of fun. So then after I came home from the youth group activity, I went on a 2-mile run, and it was the worst. It was so bad just because it had rained most of the early evening, and when I went out it was not raining, but it was so humid. Like, the humidity was awful. Like, I couldn't breathe. It was just so thick and like oppressive. For those of you that live in like humid states, like they get really humid, I'm sure you know full aware what I'm talking about, but it was like the air was so heavy because there was so much moisture in the air. Like, I couldn't breathe. Like, it felt like I couldn't like take in deep enough breaths as I was running. Like, it felt like when I started my run, I had just finished running like 3 miles. So like, I was gasping, I could not breathe, I was already short of breath. So I ended up just walking it. I walked for 2 miles. So then this morning, we got up nice and early because I've been trying really hard this week to try to get us into the back to school schedule. So we were up and ready to go by like 8. And so we went to the park this morning, and then we went to Target because I had to get more salt so I can dye my maroon pants today. So the situation with my splitting nail on my thumb, it's still splitting. I mean, it's only been maybe a week of me using the Nailtex 2+ formula polish stuff, so I haven't really noticed a change yet. But as I was doing more research about like what this could possibly be, as far as like why is it splitting problem, most of the research that I was doing led to the fact that like maybe my nails are really dry. So I did lots of research about like what cuticle oil people recommended for situations like this, and everybody seemed to really like the solar oil from C&D. So we went to Ulta because they sell this brand at Ulta, and we picked up some cuticle oil. It was about $12, I think, which is, I don't know, I feel like that's kind of pricey, but I don't know. I know nothing about cuticle oil. As far as our afternoon, I think we're just gonna lay low. I'm really trying hard to get some editing done. I haven't done any editing in like almost a week and a half, almost 2 weeks. I am so behind and everything's getting like backlogged. But I wanted to check on my pants from last night. So let's go downstairs and see how the olive green pants turned out. Here are the pants. They seem to look okay, but I'm not gonna know for sure until I take them upstairs. I can't tell if it's shadows that I'm seeing or if it's like the texture of the pants, but it seems like it's a little like bare. Does it look bald like right in through there? I feel like it's lighter. All right, so there they are on, and I don't see, like, there's some ghosting here, like you can see some creasing here. These are also a little bit big on me. Like, I'm pretty sure I could pull these down without really unbuttoning them. I think I might just donate these. They did not turn out the way I wanted them to. The color looks okay, but I don't know if it's worth it to get them tailored, you know? I'm conflicted about this one. I'm not quite sure if I'm gonna keep these. So here are the maroon ones, and you can tell like they fit me so much better. Like, these are 16s and the green ones were 18s. So like these ones fit a lot better. They're more flattering. I mean, they could still be taken in a little bit. Like, I kind of wish they were a little bit tighter in the knee. And that they were like hugged the ankle a little bit more. I'm definitely gonna dye these darker today because I definitely will most likely be keeping these ones. I don't know if I'll be keeping the green ones because I need to get them tailored so much. So I let the pants soak in the dye for about an hour and a half, maybe an hour and 45 minutes. And they looked good. Like, they looked really, really dark and really, really deep, which is what I wanted. But granted, it's when they're wet. So they looked great wet. I just don't know what they're gonna look like when they're dry. So right now they're currently downstairs in the washer, and I will hang them up to dry like I did with the green ones. Earlier this afternoon when I was waiting for my videos to download from my phone onto my computer, I kind of watched some YouTube videos on how to tailor your pants by yourself, because that's like my main thing. Like, I know how to use a sewing machine. I've done sewing projects before. I've made clothes for myself before, but I've never done pants. I've never fitted pants, and I've never made pants. And so it was just kind of like, oh, I don't know about this. And I think I might be able to do it. I was worried that I was gonna have to like take apart the pants, like take apart the waistband to take it in, which I do not want to do. But I was able to find some videos that looked kind of helpful and made it seem like I could do it pretty easily. So I am going to keep the green pants, even though they're extremely baggy and they look ill-fitting. But luckily, it's easier to make something smaller if it's bigger than making something bigger if it's too small. So I'm pretty confident that I would be able to tailor those pants myself. I probably won't start that though until probably till Milo is in school for sure. I'm feeling good. I'm feeling good. I'm feeling accomplished. I'm kind of like that there's more to do on these pants. I thought it would be just a simple like, oh, dye it and we're done. No, of course not. It's never that easy. I'm so tired. So it's like 9:30 at night. We went to Milo's open house and it was actually really crazy. It was a little too crazy for me. I think I haven't mentioned it before, but anyway, I get a little claustrophobic, in the sense that like if there's too many people in a small enclosed space, I just get really like anxious and I don't like it and I get uncomfortable and I get really stressed. And so it's a small classroom, which is why we picked this school for Milo, because it has a small classroom and they don't have very many kids in it. But then when you have all the kids in the class, the 2 teachers, and each kid basically has 2 parents with them, at least, and then some of them have siblings that come along with them, like it filled up really, really quickly. And I got really uncomfortable, not panicky, but just kind of like I didn't really get to enjoy it because I was kind of stressed the whole time. But Milo had fun. He got a really good time looking at everything, checking everything out, meeting his teachers, getting his picture taken, and getting like getting his orientation as far as like where to put your stuff when you first come in. So it was a good time, and it was good for him. I need to go running. It is now 9:30 and I really need to go running. So I'm going to end this vlog for today. I'm gonna go running and I'll see you guys in the next vlog.